welcome. My name is Linda, and today is another live session by ITTT. Hello and welcome. I'm so happy to be here again this week. I'm super excited, and if you can see me, if you can hear me, please just leave like a hi and where you're watching from in the comment section. We are live on Facebook and also on YouTube, and some of you might be listening to this as a podcast episode. Some of you might know that we always turn our live sessions into podcast episodes for audio only later on. So if you've downloaded that, thank you so much. Hi. I see there are some people watching right now, so please just leave a hi in the comment section. I would really appreciate it so that I know that you can see me, you can hear me, everything is working well. All right, here is a comment from YouTube. Great, English lesson, travel, and music with Dr. Sanjeeb. Awesome. Hi, beautiful angel, where are you from? Hey, my name is Linda. I'm actually gonna have an introduction in just a bit, but I'm originally from Germany. I was born and raised in Germany. My mom is German, my dad is American. So but I currently live in South Korea. That's why it is 10 a.m. Friday morning. I'm pumped. I got my coffee in my veins, so I'm ready to do this today. Hi, Tiana. Hello from Little Rock, Arkansas. Awesome. Great. Hope you're doing well. And where else are you watching from? So we have the US. What about Dr. Sanjeeb? Where are you watching from? We have the US. I'm in Korea. What about the other people who are watching? I see you there. I know you're there. I can't hear you. The audio is gone. Is the audio gone now? Really? Can you hear me? Oh no, I didn't get a notification or anything. It should be there. I don't know. If the audio is really gone, let me know. Then I might have to restart. I can do that before we get into everything. Okay, Tiana says not for me. So I guess the audio is there, I hope. Okay, Dr. Sanjeeb is from Russia. Great. Tiana says, I can hear you. Okay, great. So maybe, Anna, maybe that's on your end. Maybe something wrong with your device. Not sure. Burbino says, it's okay for now. Okay, I hope it stays like that. Hi, Burbino, where are you watching from? Anna, where are you watching from? Let me know. But yeah, as you can see from the title, today what we're going to do is have it left and then came back. Oh, is it like on and off? Or is it stable? Maybe it's my mic over here. This is my nice mic. Can you hear that? Okay. All right, Anna says, Venezuelan living in the US. I can hear you now. Okay, great. St. Martin. Ooh, that's very nice. Okay, good. Well, should the audio be gone again? Just quickly let me know in the comments and then I can fix that. Oh, Tiana says I was talking to Anna. All right, okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay. So what we're going to do today is have a Q&A session because I felt like we didn't do that in a while. And I like to do one of these like more like casual kind of TEFL talks every once in a while. So that you guys have the opportunity to ask me anything that you want to know about teaching English abroad or online, or just TEFL, TESOL in general, or also about Korea. I am in Korea, so I know a lot about that, or teaching in Asia in general. So today there's no the proper like title or topic for the session. It's just Q&A. So you can ask me your question your questions. Feel free to ask multiple questions that you have. I did prepare a few little things here and there that might come in handy because we do always get a lot of similar questions. So I have prepared some slides that I can also show you for a visual effect, if you will. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Actually, okay, perfect. What is the difference between TESOL and TEFL? Perfect. That's the first question that I prepared for because we actually do get that asked quite a lot. So in just a minute, I'm going to tell you what the difference is. Hello, Juliana. Hi. In just a minute, I just want to quickly introduce myself. And I'm going to make myself a little smaller. For people who don't know me yet, so my name is Linda. I am, on the one hand, I'm a travel writer and content creator under the name Linda Goes East. East because I love Asia, and I've been living in Asia pretty much since 2012. I also have my personal website at lindagoeseast.com, and also you can hit me up on Instagram at lindagoeseast. If you have any questions, if you don't want to ask something in the public chat, you can just ask me privately, no problem. I'm originally from Germany at the US, so my mom is German, my dad is American. I was born and raised in Germany and also spent some time in the US as well. And since 2015, I have to think for a minute, since 2015, I've been based in South Korea. So that's already 6 years that I've been living in South Korea. I worked as a teacher in South Korea. I also taught English in China before. And for the past 5 years, I have also been doing this side of things. So TEFL and TESOL marketing for ITTT. ITTT stands for International TEFL and TESOL Training. And you can find ITTT at teflcourse.net online, and also on Instagram at International TEFL Training, and also a bunch of other social platforms, of course. I'm going to be mentioning them at the end. If you're interested, please give us a follow. And ITTT is a leading TEFL and TESOL course provider worldwide. So we have a wide variety of different course options. I can also show you that in a bit. They're also on my slides. And like I said, today is all about a Q&A. You can ask me your questions about teaching abroad or online, everything in between. That's what today's session is about. If you're watching for the first time, typically, so I go live every week, and my colleague Lisa goes live also every week. So one time me, one time Lisa. So we actually go live twice a week, ITTT. I see a lot of questions coming in. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get to them in just a second. Really awesome. You're already so active. I love it. I can see the comments. Just give me one question. 1 minute. Don't give me one question. Give me a question too, but give me just 1 minute. So please feel free to ask anything. Every week we typically have a topic for our live sessions, but every once in a while I like to do what I call the TEFL and TESOL Q&A, have a chat between you guys and me. That's what I really like to do every once in a while, so that you have the opportunity to ask your questions. And please also don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you never miss any of our upcoming live sessions. Like I said, I go live, and then my colleague Lisa goes live, and she's really great because she's actually a Russian from Russia, teaching English. So that's great for any other non-native English teachers who are interested, because she actually also taught abroad. She's teaching online. She has a lot of experience. So you get the best of both worlds with me as a native English teacher, and then with her as a non-native English teacher. So we both share our experience about what it's like teaching English, basically. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. You're already watching on YouTube. You're already watching on Facebook. Just like the page, subscribe to the channel. You're already here, so just do it. Also, I want to mention that during our live sessions, we always share a 30% off link only during our live session. So that is very special. If you're not yet TEFL or TESOL certified, that might be perfect for you. So you can take advantage of that. And yes, one way to get the 30% off is by scanning this QR code in the right-hand corner here. I'm also going to share a bigger version of that later. Or if you cannot scan it, we also have a link that I'm also just going to drop into the comment box right now. So you can click on the link and get 30% off with that. So it looks like this, teflcourse.net/apply/ and then the code BID. If you're listening to this on a podcast, it will be in the podcast description. The apply link ends with Facebook Live minus Linda. That gets you 30% off. All right, good. That's the intro spiel, basically. And we had this first question, what is the difference between TEFL and TESOL? So I want to get into that that's what Mai asked. And that's actually really the first question that I have right here. The difference between TEFL and TESOL. And let me make myself smaller again. So the difference between TEFL and TESOL is very, very simple, actually. TEFL stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language, and TESOL stands for Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. So they mean the exact same thing. Teaching English as a foreign language, to speakers of other languages, that's the same thing. So the training does involve the exact same thing, whether you take a TEFL course or a TESOL course. The units are the same. What you learn is the same. The only difference really is that here, TEFL is most commonly used within the UK and Europe, while the term TESOL is usually preferred in Australia and the US. So that's the only difference. So whether you should get a TEFL or a TESOL certificate is really up to you. At ITTT, I can show you that real quick. This is what an ITTT certificate looks like. And basically, you can choose. How do I make myself bigger? You can choose whether your certificate should say TEFL or TESOL up here. So here you can see completion of the ITTT 120-hour TEFL course. So I chose TEFL. You can also choose TESOL. And also here in the logo, it also says TEFL and TESOL. So every certificate actually already mentions both terms. So that's the great thing about ITTT's TEFL certificates. And really, that's the only difference between TEFL and TESOL, just the usage of the term. But the training and everything is exactly the same. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know, and I'll get back to that. Great. So let me look at more comments here. We're getting quite a lot of comments. Thank you so much. So Burbino says, it's the first time I'm following you online, Linda. It's really amazing. I congratulate you. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. All right. Then Dr. Sanjeeb says, I want to get some kind of teaching position in any country. I'll be happy if you communicate with me personally for helping me. Right. So the great thing is about ITTT, if you took a TEFL course with ITTT, any TEFL course, you have access to lifetime job support. So every TEFL or TESOL course graduate from ITTT has access to that, which means that it never expires. So even if you don't teach right away, you decide teaching in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, doesn't matter. You actually get job support until forever. So we help you find a job. If you're like, hey, I want to teach English in Korea, we help you out there. You're teaching in Korea, then you're like, hey, you know what? Now I actually want to go and teach English in Argentina. No problem. Send us an email and we help you out with that. So that's the great thing about ITTT's job support. Okay. Want to add that back to the stream. Yeah, okay. Then Giuliano. Hi, it's been a while, I feel like. Giuliano says, hello, Linda. I've been out for some time. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm here watching your presentation now. Great. So, Giuliano, if you have any questions about anything teaching, TEFL, TESOL related, feel free to ask. Today's a TEFL, TESOL Q&A chat. So if there's anything you want to know, please share your question. All right. Then we have Nathan. Hi, Nathan. I'm not sure if this is an appropriate question for you all, but I was thinking about joining VibKid, but China just shut the entire program down. Is there any similar business to that type that we can teach from our home to other people abroad? Great question. I actually didn't hear about China shutting down VibKid. I need to look into that. That's very interesting. Yeah, but there are actually so many online teaching platforms out there. So many. So VibKid is not the only one. Even like in China, there's so many online teaching platforms. And we actually have some information about that. So let me pull that up for you. If you go down here, okay. So we have a FAQ section. I just want to mention that. And you can find a lot of information on there. So if I'm not able to answer your question, you can just go here to our FAQ page and you'll find a ton of information and answers to a lot of common questions over there. And we have, this looks like this. That's our FAQ page. So teflcourse.net/FAQ. And there's a section about teaching online, and there's one that says, which platforms hire online English teachers? And I'm just going to send you the link to that real quick. And there's a list of a lot of different platforms that you can work for teaching online. I actually myself started teaching online this year in March, I think it was. And it's been really interesting. I teach for a platform or on a platform called Cafe Talk. So that is where I teach, and I really like that platform because it's so flexible. I did not want to teach for a site like VibKid, me personally, because I think they give you like a minimum amount of hours that you need to teach, and it's a little bit more strict. But they do give you your material, which is really great. So the platform that I teach on gives you a lot of flexibility. So basically you can offer whatever lesson, whatever kind of class you want. You can put in the times that you're available. People can book you, and it's super flexible. You can set your own price, for example. So that's really great about that particular platform, because I work a lot, so I need something very flexible. And that's why I decided to teach on Cafe Talk. If you're interested in taking my class, or if you're just interested in looking at my profile, maybe I can just share that with you. I don't know if that interests you. Let me know if you want to see my teacher profile from Cafe Talk, and I'll share the link. Yeah, let me know. Good. So that is that. And then let me see. Tiana. Okay. Tiana's question. Would ITTT help me get a job in Canada, because it's not considered a country in demand for English teachers, but they do need teachers? Yes, so we actually get job offers from literally all around the world, not only in the countries where the demand is like the highest, but literally anywhere. So definitely, if you have a TEFL course, if a TEFL certificate from ITTT, like I said, you do qualify for job support. So you can just hit us up, send us an email and say, hey, please let me know if you have anything in Canada, and we'll definitely help you out with that. Might take a little longer, obviously, because it's not the typical ESL like TEFL country, but we will still be able to definitely help you out with that and get you some contacts. So absolutely. Absolutely. And actually, that's a great point about the demand. I do have some slides I can show you about the demand. So yeah, that's actually up next. So where's the demand for teaching? So the pins that I have here are like I would consider them like the hot spots for teaching abroad. So as you can see, we have like, this is Mexico, like Latin America for sure, South America over here, Brazil is a very big market at the moment. It's a huge country. There's so much demand there, but also other places. And we're actually currently in the works of creating a live session specifically about this region, so Latin America. So stay tuned for that. That's going to come soon. I have invited some guests from this region who will be able to give firsthand information, because I have never been there. I haven't taught there. So I'm inviting some people who have experience. Then also certain countries in Europe, very popular for teaching abroad. Also the Middle East, and the Middle East actually has the best TEFL salaries in ever, all of everywhere. The highest salaries. They usually, some countries in the region also pay tax-free salaries, so you really get a lot of money there. But usually the requirements are kind of stricter, so they do want people with a degree in teaching usually, and also with experience and all that. So that's something maybe to work towards. And then the number one most popular region for teaching English abroad is definitely Asia. So East Asia, Korea, Japan, China, Taiwan, but also Southeast Asia here with Thailand, Vietnam, and all of those places. And I actually did a live session about that before. So specifically about teaching English in Asia. I also did one about teaching English in Europe. So you can look in our playlists, our live videos on YouTube and also on Facebook, and browse and see whatever catches your interest, and then watch the replay. We always keep our live sessions in the replay on the playlist, so you can rewatch that. All right. Let me take another look at the comments here. From John. Great. Okay. Hi, John. John says, hi, Linda. I'm in Sacramento, California. I have taught ESL for 18 years. Wow, that's amazing. I have a TESOL certification from UC Davis, an English degree also. I have never taught overseas. I've taught a variety of courses to adults here. Okay. Do you have a question? Is that a question? That's great though. I mean, you're more than qualified to teach abroad. So you would definitely find a position very quickly, very easily with your experience, your credentials. Go for it, I would say. What are you waiting for? That's awesome. All right. Then we have Dr. Sanjeev asking, wie geht es Ihnen? Sehr gut. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Okay. Awesome. Giuliano, great. Another question from Giuliano. Is it actually enough to have just one of them, or it's possible to get both of them? So I think you're referring to TEFL and TESOL, right? So no, you would just get one. You don't need a TEFL and a TESOL certificate because they're literally the same. So you would take the same course again, which doesn't really make much sense. But like I said, as you can see, it literally says TEFL and TESOL on the certificate. So you're getting both acronyms on your certificate anyway. So you don't need to take two courses because they're the same course. So yeah. All right. Then, okay. Then we have another comment. All right, I just want to look at that. Julian. I think you mean Juliana. just get certification from a real university. I think that online certification is nonsense. Go to a good university with a quality program, and you would be more assured to find a placement teaching. A teaching placement, maybe? Yeah, I mean, online courses have definitely become so popular, and they're, now pretty much considered now the standard, with everything being online these days, especially now with our current world situation. But definitely like 20 years ago, maybe when you got your certificate, it was more common definitely to get in-class and in-person training, which definitely is the case for some people that they prefer that. But these days, online certificates are just as good as in-class certificates for sure. So I wouldn't necessarily say that. But yeah, everybody can take the course that they want. And also I can skip to that. We do have, where is that? Yeah, so we have a great variety of courses. These are our online courses. So really a lot of variety. So between 50 and 550 hours of training that you can get. But we also have in class, where is that? Specializations, the bundles. We also, besides the online, we also have in-class courses. So these are 4-week courses that you can take at any location of your choice that you can see on this map. So this is actually the map of all our in-class center locations. So you can pick between that. We also have a combined course option. So where you first take an online course and then you do like 5, 8, or 10 days of training. So really the choice between an online, a combined, or an in-class course depends on what your goal is, where you want to teach. Like I said earlier, the Middle East is a very competitive, very good region for TEFL. You get the highest salaries there. But if you want to go there, you probably should take an in-class course to get your teaching practice down. However, if you want to teach English in Asia, for example, an online certificate is more than enough. And it also comes down to budget. So how big is your budget? Obviously, an in-class course is going to be much more expensive than an online course. So you can really pick and choose between that. Okay. Let's have a look. All right. Question here from Barbino. My suggestion is, as a former English teacher in my home country where I used to teach, which is in Haiti. However, now I'm living abroad. I would like to keep going with my career by just getting a TEFL or TESOL certificate once it's eligible. What's the process to have the certificate, please? I think you're already eligible for sure. You only need to be 18 and fluent in English to take a TEFL or TESOL course. So you are ready to go. You already have experience in teaching English, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, Barbino. So definitely you can do that and take advantage of the 30% off link that I just shared earlier. So when you sign up, you can actually save 30%. So the process is you just click on that link, you fill out your application. And what I would suggest in your case, the most popular course, and now also like the standard pretty much that teachers should have for teaching English abroad or as a foreign language, is the 120-hour TEFL certificate, which is this one. That's the most popular course. That's usually where you start. And from there, you can then take specialization courses, a TESOL diploma, depending on how far you want to go in this career. This particular course is completed 100% online. There are 20 units. You learn everything about teaching methodology and the theoretical part, plus also grammar, which is very important. And you have up to 6 months to complete this course. You can study at your own pace, which is really great, from anywhere in the world with an internet connection. You can study on any device, on a laptop, computer, on your phone even, whatever you have available. And then at the end, you get this embossed hard copy certificate shipped straight to your door wherever you are in the world. It's a really nice certificate. Like it's not flimsy or anything. It's really nice. It's very, very good quality paper. It's embossed. It also, and I show this every time, but it has this unique number down here, which you can use to verify that this is a legit, real certificate, and also your employer, where you're applying for. They can use this number, punch it into our system, and then make sure that you really earned the certificate and it is accredited and verified and all that. So that is this course. That's what I would suggest to you. And we also have the notarization services mentioned here. So I know that a lot of times, I think in China and also in Vietnam, they require like an additional stamp on the certificate. It's very rare. It's not for a lot of countries, but some do require it for like visa purposes. So we also offer that service. But the majority of course takers, they will not even need that. So yeah, so that's the course that I would recommend to Barbino. Yeah, sure. Very welcome. Okay. Then let me get back to Tiana's question here. The quarantine protocols for people coming to South Korea has gotten really confusing. Have the cases gone down or is it steady? Yeah, that's a great question. But teachers can still get in, so it's only for tourists that can't come in. So tourism is still can't come in to South Korea. You can come in as a tourist under certain circumstances, for example, for visiting family and I think some other special circumstances, but that's it. No other tourist visas are given out at the moment. But teachers are different. You get a E2 work visa, an English teacher visa, and you can still come in and start your position. You have to quarantine for 2 weeks, even though you're vaccinated. I think that has not changed, but I'm not 100% sure. And things do change all the time at the moment. But I do still think you need to quarantine for 2 weeks, even though you're vaccinated. But you can quarantine at home at your teacher apartment. Typically in Korea, the school will give you an apartment. And then you just go there and you stay there for 2 weeks and quarantine. And after those 2 weeks, you can go out and you're ready to start your job. So that's usually how it's been working since everything started. So teachers are still hired. And now the cases overall in South Korea, we are sort of in the 4th wave here. We had a surge, but it's going down again now. However, a lot of cities, not where I live, thankfully, but Seoul, they are on what's called level 4. So also here, actually, I think everywhere in the country right now, restaurants, I'm not sure if it's restaurants, but definitely like bars. I think restaurants also close at 10. So you need to go home at 10. Everything kind of closes at 10. And also after 6 p.m., you can only eat with one other person together outside. That's how it is at the moment. So, but yeah, things are changing and it's going down as well. But yeah, that's how it is at the moment in South Korea. All right. Mai has a question. Do you think it is enough to take this class to teach? I feel it is so short period because I looked up in the TESOL at Nova Community College. It is more longer than yours. Yeah, so what you definitely want to get, actually this slide fits. So you have up to 6 months to complete the course. And the standard TEFL course for teaching English abroad should be it's actually here. 100 hours or more. So you need at least 100 hours of training. That's what that means. To be hired in most places, you need at least 100 hours of TEFL training. And that's why the 120-hour course is our most popular option, because it's over 100 hours. Yes, it's completed 100% online, but it can take up to 6 months to complete. You have up to 6 months to complete it. Some people complete it much faster. It all depends on your own like learning style, how you prefer to learn. All our courses, let me go back to here, are 100% internationally accredited, accepted worldwide. We also have other TEFL courses. We also have specializations. So it really depends on what you're looking for. But I can tell you that ITTT has been around since 1998, and we've graduated more than 120,000 people. And that's also part of my job. I keep in contact with our grads, and we check in with them, and we see what they're doing, where they're teaching. And we have people teaching all over the world. There's a lot of people where I am here in South Korea that we've done like interviews with, and they also share some blog posts about their experience on our blog, for example. So we have people teaching all over the world with this certificate. And you can actually check out our testimonial page if you want to check that out and just get a feel for what people are doing after, you can also check out our affiliations page. That might be really interesting. So you can see what other institutions we're affiliated with. How is ITTT accredited? I recommend checking that out. It looks like this link. So teflcourse.net/affiliations. You can read through that. And definitely, yeah. So I think that speaks for itself. I also got my certificates here from ITTT, and I got them before I started working for the company. So I just Googled. I was in China. Let me tell you my story. I was in China teaching English, and at the time, a TEFL certificate was not a requirement yet, but now it is in China. So I was teaching, and I knew that I wanted to go to South Korea after. So I wanted to get a TEFL certificate to just have more choice in jobs, get higher salary, and also be able to pick and choose the kind of school where I want to go to. And so I just Googled TEFL certificate, TESOL certificate. I just Googled it. I had like no idea. I didn't even ask I didn't have any of my friends who actually took a TEFL course before. So I just Googled it, and I found ITTT. And I liked, the reviews. I liked how, the staff was really nice and everything. And so I just took the course. I got the certificate. I really liked it. After that, I got hired in South Korea. And I actually got paid more than my other colleagues without a TEFL. So I was really happy. And I also learned a lot from the certificate, from the course. I learned a lot, and I was able to use that in my classroom, be a better teacher, and just feel more confident. And so I think that really helped me. So that's why I also can definitely say that ITTT TEFL certificates are worth it, and they are not a scam. It's all legit. They are accredited. They are accepted. So yeah, I was happy with that. It got me where I wanted to be, basically. Okay, great. Ahmed, let me look at your question. So thank you so much for asking. Ahmed says, I don't have a teaching certificate. I'm not a teacher. I'd like to teach. What is essential for me to start teaching? Yeah, I would recommend, just like I recommended to Barbino, the 120-hour TEFL certificate, this one, because nowadays in the teaching world, you need to have at least 100 hours of teaching. Now, depending on where you want to go, and depending on whether you are an English native speaker or not, I would also recommend, and I can show you that, getting some of these specializations here. So that's also what I have, actually. These are all my certificates. I have all of these specializations, actually, all 3 of them. So the first one that I got was the Young Learners one after my 120-hour course, because I actually taught children in China, and then I also taught children in Korea, so I decided to get that. And then also the business English one is what I took, and teaching English online that came out last year. I also took that, and then I started teaching English online. So it all worked out. It was all great. Yeah. So depending on, your background, your qualifications, you might want to add onto your portfolio, get some more specializations, and then you have also a higher chance of getting hired in the place where you want to be, if that makes any sense. And then we also have, let me just show you that real quick, bundles, where you can actually save money when you purchase the courses, as bundles. You can save more. So these are the 3 bundles that we offer: the 220-hour master package, the 470 professional package, and the 550-hour expert package. And you can see what's included in all of them. You can see that on our website if you go to TEFLcourse.net and then browse through all the different course options. You can really see maybe what makes most sense for you. If you're still confused, let me know your situation in the comments here, or later via direct message on Instagram at Linda Goes East. You can message me, or you can just email us. And let me get you that email address real quick. You can just reach out to our team at ITTT directly and ask us your question, explain your background, your situation, and then we let you know what we think would be the best course option in your case. So this is the email address. That is courses@TESOL-TEFL.com. So that's the email address that you can email us at, and let us know your questions about our courses or the job support or accreditation, anything. Basically what we're doing right now, a Q&A. Yeah, so just feel free to ask away. Yeah. Juliana says ESA teaching method is the best approach in a language lesson. Yeah, and ESA is a teaching method that we teach during our TEFL course. It is a very successful teaching method, established and used by a lot of people. And that's what you will learn during a TEFL course, for example, how to structure a lesson planning, classroom management, all of these things you will learn during a TEFL course. So that's actually, what is a TEFL certificate? That really fits in nicely right now. So for me, I always like to explain it this way. So on the one side here, it is a piece of paper in your hand, a certification here that you can show people, and that allows you to teach English in China, in South Korea, in all over the world, in schools anywhere. So that's a piece of paper. On the other hand, the TEFL course really is your opportunity to learn teaching skills, to learn how to teach. It teaches you teaching theories and methods and techniques, classroom management, lesson planning, evaluation and testing, equipment and teaching aids, English grammar, all of those things that you need to succeed in the classroom, to offer value to your students, to be a good teacher. And that's, I think, the more important reason why I took a TEFL course. Because I didn't know what I was doing. It can be really scary standing in front of 10 children, and then people tell you like, okay, teach them. How do you go about that? If you've never done that before, it's really scary, and you probably overwhelmed. You don't know what you're doing. So a TEFL course, that's why you should take a TEFL course. Not only to have this piece of paper in your hand, but also to have the knowledge in your head, to feel confident, and to like know what you're doing, to be an actual teacher, right? If that makes sense. I hope so. Yeah. That's why a lot of people are always like, oh, you don't need a TEFL. You don't need a TEFL to teach abroad. Yeah, you don't need a TEFL course to teach in a lot of countries. It's not a requirement, an official requirement to teach in a lot of countries. That's true. But do you know how to teach? Like, only just because you speak English doesn't mean you also know how to teach. So that's also, so a TEFL course, a TEFL certificate is not only having this piece of paper in your hand, but it's also understanding how to teach and actually being a good teacher, so that you then can pass this on to your students. That's my opinion. That's why I think people should always take a TEFL course before they embark on this. So yeah, that's just me. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Do you agree, or do you think, nah, you don't need a TEFL course? What do you think? Oh, okay. Thank you, Juliana. Juliana says, I agree with you. Thanks. That was my mini rant of the day, I guess. But yeah. Awesome. Let me see what else I can show you. Okay, Marcia also says, I totally agree with you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep your questions coming. If you have any, let me know. Let me see what other slides I can show you that we didn't talk about yet. Okay, maybe this one. So requirements for teaching English. Because we also get that asked a lot, right? What are the requirements for teaching English abroad? What do you need? And basically, there's no direct one answer. It varies from place to place. So it depends on where you're from, what your background is, what your skill set is, where you want to go. It depends on so many different factors. So there's no one list of things that you need for teaching English, but these are the things that are ideal or good to have. So one would be a bachelor's degree. And usually it doesn't have to be in the field of education. It doesn't have to be in teaching. It doesn't have to be in English. It can be in anything. As long as it's a 4-year degree, you're usually good. Now, there are also some places where you actually don't need to have a degree to teach. That's also possible. And I believe my colleague Lisa or I, we did a live session. One of us did a live session about that before, about where you can teach without a degree. So if you don't have a degree and you want to teach English abroad, go back to our playlist and look for that live session, and maybe you can learn something from there. Then teaching experience, but that's really just a plus normally. Teaching experience might get you a higher salary, might get you into a better school, but even if you don't have any teaching experience, you can still find a position. Teaching English is also open to native and non-native English speakers. And if you are a non-native English speaker and you want to teach English abroad, I highly recommend checking out my colleague Lisa's live session. She's a non-native English speaker from Russia. She's been teaching English for a long time now. And she has some really, really great tips how you as a non-native English teacher can stand out in this competitive market. So check her out. Then also, you should always be adaptable. You should be eager to learn new things, because if you move abroad somewhere to a completely different culture, different place, you need to be adaptable. You need to be, and also be eager to learn new things and see things from a different perspective. It's just going to make your life so much easier when you go abroad. So yeah. Great. All right, let me look at your comments. Aina says the course is of the uppermost importance for pre-service teachers, I think. That's awesome. Yes. Are you also did you take a TEFL course before, Aina? Where are you from? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your comment. That's really great. Marcia says, because I'm a native speaker of Spanish, but it doesn't make me an expert to teach my language too. Exactly, right? Although I know a lot about my language, so I support your opinion. Yeah, it's actually funny because, like I just said, I started teaching online this year, and I've always just taught English. before. But now, this year, I also started teaching German. My mom is German, my dad is American, so I speak both languages. And I actually grew up in Germany most of the time. So German, I consider German to be my first language, more so actually than English. But it was really challenging to teach that in to other people. So it's been a really interesting experience to learn how to teach also German. So yeah, that was really interesting. So I definitely feel you on that. Yeah. Okay, Aina says, yes, I did. I'm from Madagascar. Cool. Yes, that's a good point, Marcia. Teachers are always learning. That's great. Teaching works that way. Yes, and things are always changing. There's new things. That's why also, if you are serious about this profession and this career path, I really, really recommend the specializations. Business English, teaching online, young learners, and we continuously come up with new specializations because we look at the current trends, where, because also TEFL, TESOL is constantly evolving. So there's a lot of new fields and areas coming out all the time. And so you really need to be on top of your game. You can't be stuck in, what you learned years and years and years ago. So I think the specializations are really important and will help you also in your career. Great. Okay. Well, we talked about that. We talked about this. Oh yeah, this is also, I'm just gonna mention that real quick. People ask us a lot, how long does it take to take a TEFL course? So this is basically what I always tell people. That's the teaching English timeline from choosing a TEFL course all the way to starting to teach. It can take anywhere from 4 to 6 months or more. Usually, if you want to go abroad and teach, you might even have to start planning for this up to a year in advance. A lot of teaching programs like the EPIC program in Korea or the JET program in Japan, all of these teaching programs, they hire many, many months in advance, like 6 months in advance or even up to a year in advance. So you need to be ready as soon as possible. The earlier you start your journey, the better. So yeah. Just real quick on the side, we talked about this before, but people who haven't seen that before, I just want to give you a moment to look at that and digest it, basically. Yes, Marcia, good point. We have to be constantly learning how the methodologies are currently changing. Yes, I totally agree with you. Okay, then, like I said, just wanted to show you real quick how else you can find ITTT online. So our website is teflcourse.net. And then we have Facebook, we have Twitter at TEFL Course, and Instagram at International TEFL Training. I know the handles are all different, so it's a little bit confusing, but maybe just take a moment and find us on the platform that you love the most, use the most, and give us a like and a follow so that you never miss any of our other live sessions and our other great content. We share content on a daily basis, things that help you as a teacher or just job postings, information about teaching programs and all of that stuff. So don't miss that out if you're interested in teaching abroad. And then I just also want to mention again this 30% off. And now if you can scan the QR code, it's a little bit bigger here. You just use your phone. If your phone can scan it, just go like this. And then you can open up the web page. Or I'm just going to share this link one more time into the comment section for you to get 30% off any TEFL or TESOL course from ITTT. Also the bundles, also the specializations. Looks like this, 30% off. If you're listening to this as a podcast, like I said, you'll find the link in the description. And Yeah. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I think today was very, very successful. You guys were so active. You asked so many great questions or just gave such great feedback. I think that was really, really great. If there are any questions left that I have not answered yet, now is your chance because I am signing off very soon. So if there's something on your mind, ask now. Now is your chance. Or if you're watching this as a replay, feel free to just leave it in the comments and we get back to you. Or email us at courses@tesol-tefl.com at any time. Feel free. Ask us your question. Or just send me a DM on Instagram here at Linda Goes East. If you don't want to share your question publicly here in the comments, no pressure. I know some of you are always DMing me. I love it. Keep your DMs coming. I enjoy talking with you. And then, yeah. I'm getting ready to sign out. Let me just take... I didn't drink so much today. I need to hydrate more. Yeah. I like to just give you guys a few moments because you might not know there is actually a 20 to 30 second delay between me talking and then you seeing it on Facebook and YouTube. That's how they do it. That's how it works. So that's why I usually wait just a little bit longer so that, we don't miss any questions coming in, so that everything is smooth and working well. We don't miss anyone. I want to give everybody the chance to ask a question today. But yeah, today was really great. I hope maybe you learned something new, or just thank you so much for sharing your experience and your thoughts today. That's why I really love doing these live sessions, because they're really a great exchange between you guys and me. Because I don't know everything. Of course not. Nobody knows everything. So that's why I like coming together in this fun group, and we can figure it out together. So yeah. All right. I think either you guys are shy or you don't have any questions right now. No problem. But then I am just going to sign off soon. And I will be back next week. Like I said, we always go live. We actually go live twice a week. One time me, usually Fridays this time, or Thursday evening, depending on where you are. For me, it's Friday morning, 10 a.m. Korea time. And my colleague Lisa, she usually goes live Tuesday or Wednesday. So, like I said, like and subscribe so that you don't miss our live sessions. You get a notification whenever we go live. We also always share, post about it a few days in advance, so you can, beforehand. It's not a surprise, so you can get ready and make time if you can. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I think I'm going to sign off now if there are no more questions coming in. I really appreciate you guys watching. I know some of you are coming back week after week. It's so nice to see you all. I feel like we've become friends over the past few months. I've been doing this, the live sessions, since October last year. So it's actually going to be a year soon that we're doing live sessions, which is so exciting. And yeah, I feel like we've all become friends by now in this year of, sharing this time together. So thank you so much. And take good care. Have a wonderful weekend wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I really hope to see you again next week. I'll be here. I hope you'll be here as well. And then thank you. Thank you so much. You too. Stay safe. Take care. Thank you. I'm going to be signing off. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.